Today we want to talk about a very important issue. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. Solomon Isaac, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Share the video on your platform, share it on your WhatsApp group, share it to family and friends. Marble King, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody who have connected. As you all know, today is a very important day in the history of our struggle. Today is a very important day. Peter Chukwuemeka, thank you so much for joining. Peter Chukwuemeka, I appreciate you. I have not been able to come online for some time now due to some pressure and some other things that have been holding me down and attack on the platform. I have not been able to come online due to certain issues, but thank Chukwuemeka, today I'm able to come online. A lot of things have happened which I have not spoken about. And today I have come online to share my own views about everything that has been happening. So many events have taken place and so many things have been happening. People having their own opinion from all angles. And today I'm here to share my own views and opinion on things that have been going on from one angle to the other. And I'm going to start from the recent one that has just happened about the loss of life of Deborah. You see, this is something that we have been crying about for a very long time. Ugonna Henrietta, thank you so much for joining. My sister Ugonna Henrietta, thank you so much for joining. This is something that has been happening for some time now. We have been crying about it, it's talking about it, that it's going to happen. But some people tend to close a blind eye towards it, and today, finally, it is happening. Opera Kingsley, thank you so much for joining. Opera Kingsley from Germany. Today, I'm going to share my own opinion about the things that have been happening. You see, when we are talking about the One Nigeria message, when we are talking against the One Nigeria, when we are talking about the disintegration of Nigeria, people think we are talking out of hatred. It is not out of hate. It is not out of wickedness. We are talking about the breakup of the contraption called Nigeria out of love. We are asking for the breakup of Nigeria out of love. Wise Dawn, thank you so much for joining. Sarah Adora, thank you so much for joining. We are talking about the breakup out of love. It is not out of hate. If anybody thinks that we are talking about the breakup of Nigeria out of hate, you better think again. We are talking about the breakup of Nigeria out of love in order to save life. The contraption called Nigeria have built a mindset in the heart of the people, a mindset that is so destructive that cannot be managed. The diversity in the contraption called Nigeria is a kind of diversity that can never ever be managed. It will only bring death, destruction, and setback. That is the only thing you can get from the diversity you see in Nigeria. You can only get death, destruction. That is what you get. And I am much more concerned because of the kind of mentality the so-called One Nigeria is bringing into the heart of so many people. The kind of mentality people have, all in the name of their so-called One Nigeria. People no longer think right. People always tend to fall to the side of evil. People do not call evil evil. You will see something that's evil and you will be pretending and call it good. This is what we see in the One Nigeria of today. When we speak that we don't want to be part of the contraption called Nigeria, I am speaking as a Biafran. I am a Biafran. I am a Biafran, Igbo Biafran. As you can see, I appear as an Igbo Biafran, and that is what I am. I have no apology to anybody on claiming my identity as Igbo Biafran. No apology whatsoever to anybody. If you don't like it, you can go and hug the transformer. I am Igbo Biafra, and that is what I will remain. It doesn't matter the hatred you push out there. It doesn't matter the lies and falsehood you push out there. I remain what I am, and I can never change from that. Everybody from the old southeastern region, the present south and the southeast with the lower Benue, we are Biafrans and we are one blood. From one source. It doesn't matter the lie you hear people pushing from all angles, all corners. All this lie doesn't hold water. I say this for you to understand where I am coming from. I am speaking as a Biafran. I am speaking as a Biafran. Speaking as an Igbo Biafran. That is what I am. And I have no apology to anybody. Why we are asking for the breakup of the contraption called Nigeria, for us to let us go, is for us to have a sane country. Let us go and build a country where we have people who can be thinking in a like manner. The contraption called Nigeria has nothing to offer to any indigenous tribe in that contraption. The diversity is a destructive one. A destructive diversity that can never ever work together. It doesn't matter how you try to force it. The more you continue to force it, the more you continue to create death and destruction. The more you continue to force these people, people with different kinds of ideology, people who don't believe on one thing, people who are minds stole away from each other, you want to force them together. The more you continue to do that, the more you continue to cause death, cause destruction, cause setback for people. That is why we are shouting, calling, and begging for these people to let us go. Let us go. Let us go and build our faith and find our faith somewhere else. For those of us who are the followers of Nnamdi Kanu, we know what we want, and nobody can convince us otherwise. We are not asking for their so-called Igbo presidency. We are asking for self-determination. Self-determination is not a call for war. Self-determination is not a crime. In fact, self-determination is a legitimate right of every human being living on the planet Earth. International law supports self-determination. African Chartered law supports self-determination. Nigerian law itself supports self-determination. Ask me, why wouldn't they allow the Biafrans to have self-determination? Why? The only reason why they wouldn't allow it is because of their wickedness, because of their fraudulent attitude, because of their evil. For those of you who are still talking about Nigeria, who is still thinking that in one way or the other, you can make it work, there is no way you can make the contraption called Nigeria work, because the diversity is milestones away. There is no way you can try to bring these people together. We are diverse in nature, and nothing whatsoever can bring us together. Nothing can make us be one. We are diverse in nature. We are not speaking out of hatred. This is not out of hatred. It is not hate speech. We are speaking about this out of love. Even after the breakup, we can still be able to be doing business together. We can be visiting each other with respect. We can still do business anywhere we want to do business, locate anywhere we want to relocate, but obey their laws and know what they want to practice. As long as you want to visit an area, you will know this is what they are practicing, and you obey it and practice it. I am saying that to remind those of you who think that Nigeria will work, that it will never ever work. When you see the Biafran agitators coming online on daily basis to shout and talk, it is not out of hatred. It is not out of hatred. It is out of love. Our cry and shouting on daily basis on our various platforms is out of love. Out of love, we want to save life. You break it off to save life so that people can have a meaningful life to live. That is why we are crying and shouting for breakup. It is not out of hate. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your location. Our diversity is so deep that you cannot be able to manage it. The more you continue to manage, the more you cause destruction, the more you cause death, the more you cause obstruction, the more you cause destruction in the lives of the people and setback in the lives of the people. You can see what has happened recently. Everybody is talking about the death of Deborah. Remember, this is not the fourth time. It's not the second time, not the third time, and it is not going to be the last time it will happen. And you can see from the death of Deborah, you will now understand more. If you are one of those who doesn't understand that, it is now that you should understand better that the diversity in Nigeria can never ever be managed. But the most painful thing why we are shouting that we should get out of this contraction as early as possible is that even those who are from the southern part of Nigeria, even those who are being affected directly, they don't know, they seem to be blinded with the truth. They seem to be embracing lie. They seem to be insensitive. They seem to be insane the way they reason. Every single person in that contraption called Nigeria that we are still pursuing that one Nigeria agenda, the way they talk, the way they reason, and them and their politicians, the ordinary people and the politicians, the way they reason, it baffles me. I have seen so many videos that people are making on the death of Deborah. Go and check so many videos that are making on the death of Deborah. People are even blaming the innocent girl. They are trying to blame the innocent girl in order to look decent in the eyes of their Fulani Caliphate. People are trying to blame the innocent girl in order to look decent in the eyes of the one Nigeria, in the eyes of the politicians. They want to blame this innocent girl. I have watched several videos. Some people will tell you that the tone of the girl, the tone the girl used was what. I find it difficult to understand how you are going to turn the victim. The victim is now being victimized more. An innocent girl that was murdered, instead of you feeling pity or standing and asking for justice for this girl, some people are on their platform busy blaming this girl. So many videos I've watched, they will be telling you how the girl spoke, the language the girl spoke, the tone of her voice. It is sad. It is sad. I have listened to the voice message that the girl sent. There is nothing wrong in the voice message that this girl sent. Each and every one of us that is watching this video, or people who watch in time to come, so many of us are in various WhatsApp groups. So many of us that is watching this video and people who will watch in time to come, we are in various WhatsApp groups created for a particular purpose. And at one time or the other, you see people deviating from the purpose of that very platform, purpose of that very WhatsApp group, and they'll be posting irrelevant things in that WhatsApp group. And so many of us, when we get upset, we have spoken about it, we speak up about it and tell people to detract from what they are saying and say the right word. Pursue the reason why that very WhatsApp group was set on. Every one of us have complained at one time or the other when people are doing something that is wrong. But today, go and check many platforms. People come and they begin to blame the innocent girl. Innocent girl who was calling attention of the people who have lost their mind, to call back their attention to behave well and know that the platform was created for studies and not for religious activities. That is the only crime that the girl has committed. And you see people coming out to tell us that the tone that the girl used was the problem. That the tone she used to speak was the problem. They blackmailed her and accused her of blasphemy. And they went ahead to kill the innocent girl. They didn't stop there. After killing the innocent girl, in the presence of the so-called security who claimed to have hidden her, which I know never hid her, they never tried to protect her. Because if they did, they will definitely take her out of that place. The security have to call the police before they come and get her. They never protected her. They went ahead to stone this girl to death. They didn't stop at that. They burnt her body. They burnt her to ashes. And people come on their platform. They are busy. So many people have seen who have been commenting about this people. They will busy. They will end up going to attack Christianity. Some of them begin to attack Christianity. Some of them will begin to tell you how Christianity have made the girl to lose her manners. How Christianity have made girl to do what wrong has that girl? Can you tell me the wrong thing that girl has done? For so many of you who have listened to that voice message, what wrong did she do? That she complained that this platform is not a place where you will post such a things that you are posting. You get offended and you say that she has spoken out of context and she has blasphemed, and you went ahead to take her life. And for you to see how evil the contraption called Nigeria is, why you must have to break it up. The people today who are presenting themselves as people who are going to lead you, the people who are projecting themselves as people who are going to lead you to paradise, none of them came out to condemn the killing of that girl. Instead, they were trying to justify the killing. Most of them were blaming the girl for the tone she used. Most of them were telling you because it was her religion that made her to go out of line. Most of them, they were using one thing or the other to blackmail the innocent girl that had been killed, instead of asking for justice for her. Those who murdered the girl were arrested. Those who took away the innocent life were arrested. Instead of keeping them under lock and key, the people who murdered this girl were at the same time bold to galvanize people, to rally around people to continue to protest for the release of murderers. They protested for the release of murderers, and they went ahead to begin to destroy the property of other innocent people who are doing their legitimate businesses. I don't blame them. I don't blame them, and I don't pity anybody that his business is destroyed or not. Because we should have been learning our lesson before now. We should have learned our lesson before now. You see, most of the time when we are talking about the freedom of the people, some people think it's just about the Igbo people. Some think it's just about the Oduduwa people. Some think it's just about the Igbos. The freedom we are talking about is the freedom of every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. When you break this contraption up, you will break this interest that is killing everybody. People will mind their business and focus on building the kind of government they want. It doesn't matter. They can. If you want to build a caliphate, you will build it. Let me tell you, even as you're watching the video, there are still Christians who are living in Saudi Arabia. Igbo Christians living in Saudi Arabia. There are other Christians living in Iran, Iraq. There are Christians living there. In all the Muslim countries in the world, there are Christians who are living their legitimate, doing their legitimate business. And they obey their laws. They are not killed. They don't make trouble. Because they know that where they are is a Muslim land. They know that they are in a Muslim nation and they must obey all the laws in the nation. But when you come to the contraption called Nigeria, they will tell you that Nigeria is a secular state. A secular state. Meanwhile, in that secular state where there are so many religions, there are traditional religions. There are people who practice their traditional religion. There are Muslims, there are Christians, there are other people also who doesn't believe in anything. But yet, in that secular state, so-called secular state, you go to a certain area, your life will be taken simply because you did not obey a certain religion. How does that make you feel? For those of you who are preaching one Nigeria, how does that make you feel? Doesn't that make you look like an idiot? Doesn't that make you like a slave? Doesn't that make you look like a slave? This is why we are calling for breakup. It is not out of hate. We are not calling for breakup out of hatred or out of wickedness or out of any strife or because of our resources. No, not because of resources. Because of the destructive diversity that wants to take the life of innocent people. We want to save life. We are calling for breakup because we want to save life. That is the major reason why we are calling for breakup. When you break it up, the people in the north, in the core north, they have already embraced Sharia and they are practicing it. You cannot practice Sharia in a secular state and it works. It cannot. It cannot work. You will always kill innocent people. Allow the north to be on their own, plant their Sharia, practice it. The southerners can also visit the north if they want to. People in the south can visit the north. But when they are going, they will have it at the back of their mind that they are going to the north where Sharia is being practiced. And they will make sure they obey all the things they are doing there. And they'll be mindful of what they say, what they do, and how they act. But when you are in a country where they call a secular country, in a secular country, you have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of worship. You can worship an animal if you decide to. You can worship a water if you decide to. Anything you feel like worship in a secular state, you can worship anything. Nobody should take your life or judge you according to any religion's law. Nobody. The only law that is supposed to guide you in the secular state is the secular law. The secular law of the country. That is what is supposed to guide you in when you commit an offense. So why are you now forcing people? Why are you? You see, when we talk about, when you see people, we come out and talk about the caliphate trying to Islamize Nigeria, people will say it's just a message. But you see things that are pointing to that direction. The Islamization of Nigeria is, the plan is going on, and things that are acting towards that, you are seeing it unveiling on a daily basis. You saw the killing of Deborah, an imam in your Abuja. Abuja, that is supposed to be a capital city of the nation. A capital city of the nation that represents the so-called one Nigeria. An imam in that capital city was supporting the killing of that lady. Was supporting the killing of the innocent girl. Because of what they said she said. Because of their so-called blasphemy. Her life was taken. And they are supporting it. In a so-called secular state, Abuja being the capital of Nigeria, where every other religion or tribe or whatever is supposed to be represented, an imam in that area is supporting the death of the girl. A politician that is aspiring to take over and become your president could not even be bold to speak up against the killing of the girl. Atiku Abubakar tweeted, after tweeting, he came out and told us that he wasn't the one that did the tweet. He deleted the tweet. When he got the backlash, when his people began to talk to him, he removed his tweet. And he came to tell us that he did not permit the tweet. Okay, let's assume you didn't permit the tweet. What is your own view towards the killing of that girl? He never mentioned. What is his own view towards the killing of that girl? He never mentioned. Go and check all the politicians and the political aspirants. All the politicians, go and check their handles, what they are saying about the death of that innocent girl. Go and check them. Including the politician from the southern part of Nigeria, including their so-called, including the vice president that is a Christian himself. None of them could come out and make a case for this girl. You see why it is necessary that Nigeria must break up so that you can save life. Breaking up in Nigeria, the people who are calling for the breakup of Nigeria are people that want to save life. The people you must be praying for and wishing them well all the days of your life. And if you're one of those who is still hoping on one Nigeria, sorry for you. You might be the next in line. You might be the next in line. And I say it, worse things are going to happen. It doesn't matter what you say. I thank Chukwu Abiyama who created me an Igbo Biafran. I am an Igbo Biafran. I know whom I am. For those of Igbo Biafrans who are still in the north, pretending to love, pretending to extend the handshake of love to people who want you dead, it doesn't matter what you do, they would never love you. It doesn't matter what you do. I have lived in the north. I lived in the north. I did my secondary school in the north. I know how they are and what they are and what they can do. They can love you, they can do it, but when it comes to religion, it is just an instruction. One time, your life is gone. When it comes to religious problem, it doesn't matter where the problem comes from. They are going to face you. More especially when you know that you are an Igbo Biafran. When they know that you are a Biafran and something happens in the north that has to do with religion, they will take you out. Even your best friend that is a northern is the one that's going to point to your house and say, look at where he's living. He's one of them. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. I saw a video where a woman was crying. The woman was crying that they don't have any place to hide. That they are hiding in the motor park. That is the only place they have to hide in the motor park. Meanwhile, the children are at home. Nobody to secure the children. The children are at home. They don't know what will happen to the children. And those rioters are going to the homes. This woman is crying. And while she's crying, she is busy crying and blaming Deborah for causing the violence. That she wasn't the one that sent Deborah. Deborah was they didn't send her to go and say, what wrong did Deborah do? What wrong has the innocent girl did? I didn't see any wrong thing that innocent girl did. I have so many WhatsApp groups myself. So many WhatsApp groups. People are so useless and ignorant that sometimes you create a WhatsApp group for a purpose. People will leave that purpose. They'll begin to push in religious item into that very WhatsApp group. You create a WhatsApp group for a particular purpose. People will not adhere to the reason why you created that WhatsApp, either for business or for study or whatever. They will turn you to a place of evangelism. And when you complain, people will take offense. Somebody has the right to speak up. It doesn't matter the language the person is, the tone the person is. We have different tone. We have different tone to speak. And you must not force me to use the tone that is going to suit you when you are misbehaving. You must not force me to use the tone that is going to suit you. But what do you see in the contraption called Nigeria? They will always blame the victim. They always blame the victim. And they will praise the oppressor. What happened in Sokoto State? If that thing had happened in Biafra land, you will see jet flying. You will see cops everywhere. You will see armored car. You will see police everywhere. You see military everywhere killing people. But you saw what happened. You saw so many videos online where people, even the people in the NYSC camp, the military could not go and protect them. Police could not protect them. We are running, standing on top of the roof. They ran to go and sit on top of the roof. For committing no crime, something that has nothing to do with them. After killing the innocent girl, they went ahead to begin to destroy properties. Because the people who committed the offense were being apprehended. And I bet you they are going to release them if they have not by now. If they have not. This is not the first time. This is not the first time they are taking the knife for innocent people. It has happened several times in Kanu. You saw the one that happened even in Abuja. A pastor was killed. Up to today, nobody has been held accountable. And it's going to continue to. If you think this is the last one, this is just the beginning. This is just more innocent people are going to lose their life. This is why we are calling on the world bodies, the international community, United Nations, calling on the British to stop empowering these killers. Stop empowering the killing of the innocent indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. Stop empowering the killers. We want you to break up this contraption so that life can be saved. The diversity cannot be, it's unimaginable. You can never equate it to anything. There is never a way you can equate it to anything. There is no way you can manage it. The kind of diversity you have in the contraption called Nigeria can never ever be managed, no matter how you try. When we talk about it, you see them, they come with their blackmail. They will come with their blackmail. You saw last time when BBC brought their whatever blackmail BBC brought. British Broadcasting Corporation. A corporation that is supposed to be genuine and neutral in whatever they're going to do. But what do you see? Every broadcast that is coming from BBC Igbo is always a propaganda against the Biafrans. Bunch of lies. They will be the one lying, and now they will be painting the Biafra agitators as liars. Every single video I make, and most of my brothers and sisters are making, they have videos to back them up. So many evidence. We have evidence in picture, we have evidence in videos. You will never see this VVC going on the ground to interview people. They will only go and form and concoct all manner of lies and put together to present to the world as what is happening. In that very thing you see BBC parading as their whatever they called it, did you see them interview anybody in Biafra land? Did you see them show where they go to the village and interview people? No interview was granted to anybody on the ground. Nobody was interviewed. No investigation. They sat in their office and put some words together in order to demonize Biafrans, in order to demonize us and make us look evil. They call us fake news. Who is the fake news? Every single thing we talk about these people is the truth and nothing but the truth. When we talk about the evil of the Fulani Empire, the evil of the Fulani Empire is not hidden. It is not hidden everywhere. The evidences are everywhere. When you talk about the Fulani Caliphate and the evil they are perpetrating in the contraption called Nigeria against the indigenous people, it is not out of hate. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. There are so many evidences. If you cannot agree with anyone, if you cannot agree with what we are saying, at least go and listen to the broadcast that was made by a governor, a sitting governor of Benue State. The chief security of Benue State, a governor who came out and was telling us how evil these Fulanis are in his state. The evil they have committed, the lie they have taken, and they came out and claimed responsibility. Up to tomorrow, go and interview Governor of Benue State, Samuel Oton. Governor Samuel Oton have spoken time and time again. Every time he has opportunity to speak about, he doesn't miss word to speak about the evil that the Fulanis are perpetrating. They have killed so many innocent souls. All throughout the time when they were killing people from right, left, and center, I didn't see what do you call them, the BBC. I didn't see BBC make a documentary of their killings. I have never seen a documentary where they made. I didn't see the documentary. They didn't do any documentary. Even when some people came on their national TV, to say and confess in their national TV, in conventional TV, came and said that some indigenous land have been taken over by the Fulanis. The owners of the land killed and they take over and renamed those cities. Renamed the name. They didn't go to back to interview and make invitation. Even a Fulani man, even Sheikh Husani confessed and say that they have installed emirs some places. They took away the emirs, killed them, and installed their own emirs. This is the terrorist activity that's happening in the north. BBC have never gone to go and bring a comprehensive documentary about these people. but they were busy coming to demonize IPOB as peddling lies that the things that are happening in the Biafra land is not what is happening. That we are just painting the Fulanese evil. That is not what they are. When the evidence are everywhere, the evidence is everywhere. Evidence. You don't need to go far for you to see evidence of the evil that they are perpetrating. You don't need to go far. It is staring at you at every inch. Why can't BBC go on the ground and interview people? Let the people in those villages, in those cities speak. Since they think that we are telling lies. Every single thing I say here has a video to back it up. Sometimes I play the videos to show you. But when we talk, they will say we are peddling lies. Our major reason why we are asking for breakup is not out of hatred. It is not out of hatred. We are asking for out in order to save life. Let people have a meaningful life. To save the life of the indigenous tribe. The diversity, the kind of diversity in the contemporary Nigeria is a diversity that is going to cause destruction and death. The issue of Deborah, it is going to replay again. It has been happening. Even some people who have taken the life of innocent people today, they are those parading themselves are people who will contest for election. There are some of the prominent men today who will come and speak about one Nigeria, who will come and speak and support one Nigeria, who has committed murder in the name of their religion, who have taken an innocent person. Innocent man, they took away an innocent man from the hand of the police and beheaded an innocent man, and they were playing with the head in the open. Everybody watched it in that country of Nigeria. Some of those men today are being celebrated. They are even celebrated. They are even planning to come and contest for presidency. People who have killed innocent people just simply because of their faith. The kind of diversity we have in Nigeria is a diversity that is about to destroy everybody. That is why we cannot continue to dance with it. This is why we want out. Biafrans, we are not asking for out because of hatred. We are not asking for out because of our mineral resources. We are not asking for out because of their so-called marginalization. We are asking for out because of saving of life. We want to save life. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And for those pushing the lies against the Igbo Biafrans, your lies can never stand. Those of us who are Igbo, I pity some people who are Igbo Biafrans themselves, who are speaking against themselves, who are joining their own mouth, opening their dirty mouth to talk about against themselves. You will see them, people who are Igbos, you see them talking, the Igbos don't love themselves. You will see them, you will see somebody castigating your tribe, and you will be in the comment section typing and say, right on, hey pastor, you're saying the truth. When you know the thing that the so-called pastor is saying a lie, go and see so many pastors. They are now using the Igbo Biafrans as they're promoting whatever. So many of their pastors today, what they use now in their platform to promote and get attention is when they begin to attack the Igbo Biafrans. And you will see people go to the comment section. You see people who are typing and tell them, oh, you are saying the truth. Oh, right on, is the truth. They are the same people bearing the same name and bearing.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.